Alrighty.
All right, so the recording is on.
Yeah.
All right. Welcome to ADE info session about querying the metadata interface locally with SQL. So we thought this would be sort of a hands-on session. So about the metadata interface, but also like how to use, in this case, DuckDB to query what's there in the metadata interface. Before that, just a short introduction about myself. I think short introduction. So been at Solita about over 7 years now, and in ADE around, I don't know, has it been already 2 years, 3 years? I don't know. But lots of database things there in the slides, so that's why I'm also giving this session, because I think DuckDB is interesting piece of open source tech and can be used in various things, but also in this kind of like ad hoc stuff with ADE. So let's dig deeper into that. So from the introduction slide, so straight to the business. So in this session, I'll be using the external API CLI, and that can be found from ADE GitHub. There's the link in the slides. I think maybe Elina will share the slides after this session. There's just a short recap, like what you need to get started with the CLI. So at least those API keys, so that you can actually access the API. So you can request those from the ADE support, and there's various documentation about the API in the links in the material. But I thought I only have like really short introduction slides, and the main focus is on the hands-on stuff, like what's there in the metadata and how to query it. So just for future reference, there's those links to different sites. So I think first I could switch on to the metadata interface page from the documentation. There's a pretty good picture on the ADE documentation page about the metadata content there, which can be fetched with the external API. So that's really like thorough, in my opinion, like what's there. And we'll get back to this picture once we start querying the actual metadata from the instance. Well, moving on to the hands-on stuff, I think I'll share my whole screen for that. So just a moment. Let's click there, and that should be the correct one. Just a moment. So now you should be able to see my screen. So first I'll just quickly show how the CLI works. So pretty much I have now here the CLI installed, and I can list like what instances do I have access to, or what keys have I set up. So I have our demo environment set up there. So I already have the keys to that external API. So in case you need to set up
Henrik,
those.
can you make it a bit bigger?
Yeah.
That's my old eyes.
Yeah, I'll make these both windows a bit bigger once we get there. So yeah, you can find the documentation on the GitHub repo, or just from here, like how does it work. But I'm not going to dig deeper into that CLI, just to like heads up that it can be used to like query multitude of things, like for example, this metadata interface will be using this with the GraphQL queries. So this is sort of the query language, how we fetch the data from the metadata interface. But just like I'm here showing the CLI, but we're actually not using the CLI directly in this demo. We're just calling the CLI, and we're instead running this notebook. So I'll switch on to that. Hopefully it's visible. I zoomed it quite a lot. So there's just a moment. Was that? Yeah. The repository which is used in this demo is there. You can find it in the material. But so I'm using that. So what this pretty much does, well, you're not aware of like notebooks or Python, that's fine. But what I'm doing here initially is just to like set up the parameters. So we are using the like our demo environment, ADE demo environment, and giving some parameters. So when you get the credentials from the support portal, you should also like use these, or if you use the I'll actually show quickly that Swagger documentation is the link somewhere. Yeah. So in the Swagger documentation, if you dig deeper into the external API, there's the similar things like tenant installation environment, and you need to get the keys from the support portal. So those are the same things I'm now using in this demo thing. So the metadata interface, it eats these kind of like GraphQL queries. So now this is just sort of quick and dirty listing of all the different queries to the metadata interface. So I have like multitude of queries listed there. So I'm not going into details like how this GraphQL works, but it's pretty much like that kind of query language which we can use to fetch different kind of things from the metadata interface. So how this demo of mine works is that it sort of just lists the queries, and then it just sends those to the CLI. So the idea is that I'm now just fetching all the data from the metadata interface so that I can locally query it with SQL. So from the GraphQL, I'm not that aware of like how to do some sophisticated queries with it. So I'm not bothering to like learn that at this point. So I'm only like sort of fetching all the things from there locally. So I'm just running these cells. So it pretty much now does that. It fetches all the metadata from the API. So it just generates the metadata as a files to my PC. So there's just like files of the metadata that's there in the ADE. So now I'm just waiting a moment so that it sort of fetches all the stuff from the metadata interface. In this case, this is our demo environment, so there's not that much of this metadata. But if you have like bigger environment or bigger setup, you could have like tens of, I don't know, thousands or tens of thousands of attributes, for example, or even hundreds of thousands or something like that. So in those cases, it might take a lot more time, but in this case, we only have like, I don't know how much we can query that, but it takes around 1 minute to really like fetch all the things from the API locally. So now it completed. So now I just have sort of like a big chunk of JSON files in my PC. And if you know that just having JSONs on your hard drive, it's not that nice to like get any information from these. So what this script does, it just sort of loads all these stuff to DuckDB. So it took like less than a second to really load all that stuff to DuckDB. So now all the metadata is there in memory in the DuckDB database, so I can just continue running the cells. So now I can query the actual metadata with the DuckDB. So for example, from entity table, I can query like all the entities. So we have there like over 500 different entities, or I can count the distinct amount of attributes, and there we have something like 12,000 attributes or something like that. So not that much. In larger environments, it can be a lot more. But I can also have some information schema queries. So this Python magic we have had here, what it actually did was that now we have all these tables in memory in the DuckDB instance. So we have like the entity table with the entity schema. There we have like the primary keys are the unique identifiers and whatnot. So this shows now all the tables which we have and all the attributes we have there. So quite handy to sort of like load all the data from the metadata interface to my local DuckDB. And now, for example, I can just go and do some like joins. For example, in this case, I'm like selecting from the entity, joining all the loads and seeing where the text step is not null. So pretty much this is finding all the entities where we have a custom SQL, for example, or if I want to find all the SQLs that contain something like, I don't know, insert overwrite, for example, which is used mainly in Snowflake. But let's see if we have those, and it seems we have like 26 of those SQLs in our ADE instance. So quite nice way to like use SQL locally and just query all the metadata we have there in the ADE instance. And in some cases, I've at least wanted to know like what workflows do we have and what loads we have in those workflows. So in DuckDB, I can just sort of copy that information also locally as CSV. So when I do that, I can just sort of it generated the CSV, and I can have this plugin installed so I can check the CSV. So now we have all the like all the DAGs, all the entities in those DAGs, and all the loads in those DAGs. So pretty nice way to get sort of that kind of data out of the metadata. But of course, in some cases you don't want to do this locally, because this might be, like as I said, might take some time to really like fetch all the things. Might be that in some cases you instead want to export this metadata to some other tools or databases and do this analysis there. But this was just sort of like if you want to do it locally and explore what's there, this is quite a nice way to do it and run queries against the metadata. But yeah, this was just a short demo session just to show like what's there, and the main idea was just to share like some things we have and have shared, and this material, there's the link to the GitHub repo if you're interested in that, so you can go and explore how it works. But yeah, any questions or comments from this session? It's pretty silent. Harri has something.
Good stuff, Henka.
Yeah. If there isn't any questions, I think this recording is shared, so continue on the Slack channel or somewhere if you have any questions or comments, so this will be shared there, so go and comment to the thread. I think Elina is gonna publish this there in some discussion.